Next, we have Sharon Roling, who's the principal of St. Joseph's School in DeWitt, to talk about specifically our school setting, so tying into the youth. You want the podium, or you want to sit?
You know, Patrick never told me about these comfy chairs, so I think I'm going to just sit and enjoy this.
Be comfortable. We're proud of you. Yes.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the invitation to speak today. You know, it's all about simple. That's where we're trying to keep it simple. I'll leave out the stupid part of that, okay? But, you know, welcoming, and it all starts with that. At St. Joseph's School in DeWitt, it is a work in progress, I'll tell you that. Welcoming and belonging, I truly believe that it's a way of being church. It's a way of being church. Pope Francis shares that when we encounter another person in love, we learn something more about God. Got a story for you about welcoming. You know, a couple of years ago, we always use that mantra before COVID. So before COVID, the school secretary and I traveled to Ankeny one summer morning to attend a workshop on our student information system. And on our way out, we were kind of talking about what would it be like to be at this conference that the presenters are computer programmers. What would it be like when they're computer programs? Are you going nerd type of thing? Okay. Sorry about the stereotype, alrighty? When we got there, it was amazing. As we were getting out of the car, people were welcoming us. Crazy fun. When we walked into the doors were opened with these computer programmers being crazy fun. When we went to the registration desk, those computer programmers were rocking it. We got free stuff. Do you know how fun it is to get free stuff, you know? So then what happened then, music was playing, everyone's rocking, it's genuine, it's authentic, there's laughter, it's contagious. By the time that Beth and I sat down in the meeting room, we were so jazzed. We were so jazzed, it was that contagious. So why bring up this workshop? You know, on the way back, Beth and I talked, what would it be like if we brought this back, this energy, back to the school for welcoming? And so it started. So, on certain days, fun and loud music welcomes students. On the first day of school, we get those 8th graders to take pom-poms, form a tunnel, and the students go on through as those 8th graders are cheering them on, all right? Then what we realize is that how we welcome and welcoming students every day, that hopefully it gets absorbed and then they can share that as well. You know, think about that teaser, that 30-second teaser that was shown this morning with just that one question and the smiles and laughter. I'll tell you, when I saw that for the first time, I had to watch it a couple of times because it just changed my mood for that day. Smiling is contagious. It's that simple. So don't make it harder. Check the touch points that surround us every day. We have the beginning of the year family gatherings, okay? Preschool, 2nd grade, and then 3rd through 5th grade and things like that. So we decided last year to have this in the playground, okay? Free cookies, good point. Kids come, parents come. Kids go play in the park. The parents get together, they're grouped together, they're talking. But then, it's those parents who are standing alone. No one's talking to them. What do? In comes Beth, a different Beth. Beth comes in, takes a set of parents who are new, walks them over to another group of parents talking, makes those introductions, and then they continue. She goes to another group of parents, 2 parents, and says, hey, I want some other people for you to meet. Intentional, working together. Okay, so you do the introductions, you do those friendly little things at first, but then what comes next for those awkward moments? Well, what you do, rock, paper, scissors. We have a contest. Form 2 lines. They meet, the loser steps aside, winner goes to the back of the line. You do not have to have equipment. You don't have to have brackets. You just play, you have the winner, and what happens is that conversation starts, laughter starts, it all continues. Very simple with that. So then, initially welcoming those new faces, we continue that, whether it's our fundraiser, whether it is at the school swim party. You know what? We need more Bess at St. Joe's. Kind of like Bob. Yeah, exactly. So how else do we welcome? We have our weekly masses, and you know what? We teach the students how to be mass greeters. Look them in the eye, smile, and say, I am so glad you're here. You know what? There is Harper who has to do a twirl with her smile, but you know what? We're good with all of that. The other thing is work smarter, not harder. During COVID, we decided that we were going to put the drop of hand sanitizer on students' hands. What we didn't realize is that as they were coming in the door, the adults were recognizing them, calling them by name, asking how their night was last night. Love your smile, those types of things. What we realized then is that even if they were grumpy or were having a bad morning, that adult followed up later in the day or found someone who would follow up to check in to see how they were doing. Welcoming and started to build those relationships. So then when we stopped the practice of hand sanitizer, what do? We realized, hey, we have to keep going on this. We have a good thing going. And in fact, the people who were in charge of the bus lines, they continued with it with the fist bumps, with the hugs, and even just to say encouraging parting words at the end of the day. You know, we expect all adults to be modeling where we say the secretaries and custodians are naturals. What we do is we say the lunch ladies even are fantastic, and they even notice when you're missing for a couple of days. Couple of ideas for welcoming at schools or even at the parishes, and we don't do all of these things, it's a work in progress. Each year we have a school theme, that's our focused. Posters are all over the building. Next year our theme is from Bream Brown, and it's going to be here, be you, belong. The other one is welcoming bags, once again, free stuff. When you see someone in the hall, welcome them, smile even, and expect a response in return. Assign parents to call new families and going on with that. And before it starts waving that red card, I have to tell you, I'm going to close with a reflection or a quote from Pope Francis. May our church be places of God's mercy and love, where everyone can feel themselves welcomed, loved, forgiven, and encouraged to live according to the gospel. And in order to make others feel welcomed, loved, forgiven, and encouraged, the school must have open doors so that all might enter. And we must go out of the doors and proclaim the gospel. Let the church pray, amen.
Amen.